All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is the preview. Yeah, unfortunately, we're back. It's the first time we've ever come back from a international break, and I'm anything but looking forward to it. But here we go. Anyway, we're back. Arsenal play Southampton Saturday evening, I believe, at the Emirates. Yeah. So we're back. International break has come and gone. We'd all calmed down prior to Tottenham's news, and they just reminded us, oh, flipping heck, they're doing the sort of thing we should be doing. By the way, for the people that have asked me, because I think people asked what I was going to talk about today. I've had at least 3-4 tweets asking what I was going to talk about today. The Aubameyang thing, I will talk about tomorrow. So it might be a bit old news by then, but unless something major happens between now and tomorrow, the Aubameyang thing, I'll cover tomorrow. Today is purely about the preview against Southampton. So let's talk about the preview against Southampton. Arsenal play Southampton, the same team that got their arse handed to them 9-0, albeit they did have 10 men against Leicester City, what was it, 2 weeks ago? And let's be real here, if we're all being honest, is anybody confident about this game? Is anyone confident about this game? Because I ain't. I'm not confident at all. Because it just depends on what Arsenal show up. Even at the best of times, we do tend to struggle to Southampton. I think people do forget that. I think people see that Southampton lost 9-0 and people just assume, okay, they're that whipping team. Theoretically, there's no reason why they should be wrong. Sorry, I'm just getting the Premier League table up. I usually like getting it up when I'm talking to you guys. And they are obviously 19th at the moment. Gosh, damn. Didn't even realize they were that low. But they are a side that tend to have a habit of causing us problems. And also, it's Christmas. All right, it's not Christmas quite yet, but we are in the vicinity of period of time where Ola's saying comes to pass. Santa Claus Arsenal starts to kick in, starts to get into effect. And, if Southampton need a goal or need a win, who's a better candidate to give them that win than Arsenal freaking Football Club? I know, it's very frustrating, but we have to just be real here. We know that this is a possibility of what could happen, particularly when you are Arsenal Football Club. We also picked up a couple of injuries or concerns, I guess, coming out of the international break. My understanding is that Rob Holding has a small issue, as does Bakary Saka has also a small issue. So I can't see either one starting, particularly if they are carrying niggling knocks. Kolasinac is injured. I will never wish injury on anybody, but the benefit of that is pretty obvious. It means that Tierney can start a game without some Emre nonsense attached to it. So that's the one good thing that comes out of that. Having an international break also allows the team to just reset itself in a way, because to me, Emre was playing these teams the wrong way around, and that he was playing our best players in the early stages of a competition that we should be able to, in theory, sleep through until you get to the quarterfinal. And it was very frustrating for the league, where we are a distant sixth. A distant. Are we still sixth? What are we? I know that we're 3 points above Spurs, and Spurs are 14th. Let me actually find out what we actually are. Okay, so we are sixth. But when I say sixth, we are on -1. Oh my gosh. With 17 points. Liverpool have exactly double our points, and we are 12 games in. We are also, what are we? 8 points behind Man City, who are fourth at the moment. Yeah, we got problems. We've got some serious problems. I said it to the boys today, and I heard Lee say it in the show earlier, and I'll say it again. Mark my words, I think Emre's staying until the summer. I said it in the group chat. I've almost made peace with the fact that I think Emre's staying until the summer. Quite honestly, because I think the club don't want to spend money paying a severance fee. Or why am I using an American term? And I work in HR. I don't know why I'm using an American term. A redundancy fee, a fee where you obviously have to pay to break a contract if you want to fire someone. And obviously, because they have this option of a third year, I think the belief is that come the end of the summer, they'll part ways with him, but then they won't have to pay him a damn thing. He just goes. Obviously, that means that we can pretty much be guaranteed to write off another season. So I think going forward, people, there's no point hoping that Arsenal lose this game. And, you know, it's very clear to me that Raul, for better or worse, has listened to you guys and has said, you know what, I still ain't sacking him. You know, and it was interesting listening to Guillaume Balaguer today, who obviously has watched Raul very closely when he was doing the same job for Barcelona. He's not one to shy away from social media pressure. He's one that if he believes something, he will stay the course. And the belief is that he's had this internal meeting and he's told everybody, United's there till the end of the season. So I think this is something that we need to get used to. I'm not saying like, just get used to. We need to. For me, I'm not rooting against this team. This manager, I've had it with him. I'm not rooting against this team. So for me, I think my energy is going to go into supporting the team as best as possible. Who knows? Maybe we might be able to fluke a Europa League because I think the league is gone personally. Having said that, going into Saturday and going into the best team possible on Saturday, this is the team that I would like to see face Southampton. Now I'm going to share this screen with you. Hopefully it won't come out tiny as it usually does. So bear with me. All right, so you should be able to see that now. So this is my team for Saturday. I'm going to explain the things that I think you guys will focus on very quickly, such as this. This is more likely going to be like this, to be fair. I've decided to go with Chambers over Holding. I've decided to go with Chambers and Luiz over Holding or Socrates. I've been looking for a reason to drop Socrates. I'd rather Socrates plays in the Europa League. For me, in this game should be reasonably comfortable for someone like David Luiz. Chambers, I think, has been wonderful in centre defence. I think it's ridiculous that we're not playing him as a central defender. I've said for how long, guys? If you're a long-time subscriber of mine, you know how much of a big advocate I've been of Callum Chambers. Not as a right back, not as a DM, as a central defender. Play him in that position because, to my knowledge, he's not let us down. So just play him in that position. At least not for a long time. You know, for me, against Newcastle, he's our best player. And then he's been punished ever since. So I want to see him play in that position, particularly if Holding is holding an injury. That's why I've gone with him. I've gone with him next to Luiz. It could be Luiz or Socrates. I just happen to think Luiz is a slightly better footballer than Socrates. I also think if you're going to do this playing out from the back stuff, which we know Emre will continue, one of these people have to be able to at least pick up the ball and be comfortable with the ball at their feet. Chambers is so-so with the ball at his feet. Socrates is terrible with the ball at his feet. But Luiz, I think, is very good. The one thing I will give him, not a particularly good defender, but in terms of receiving the ball, playing the ball, he'll be fine. So for me, David Luiz will play next to Callum Chambers. I've gone with our first choice fullbacks. I'm not the hugest fan of Hector Bellerin. I'm not. But I feel like it's about time we play a right back as a right back, and he'll be able to do that. I think it's about time he starts a couple of games. So for me, Hector Bellerin slides in there at right back. Kieran Tierney, as I mentioned earlier, with Kolasinac out of the way, I think he's free to get a run of games now, because apparently Kolasinac is out for a few weeks. Picked up an injury playing for, is it playing for Bosnia or playing against them? I can't remember who he plays for. But anyway, yeah, Tierney will be playing on Saturday. Guendouzi, I know a lot of people don't get my praise for Guendouzi. I like him as a player. I do think he frustrates. I completely get it. And I've mentioned this before. I mentioned this as recently as earlier this week. Guendouzi is our Jorginho. I don't think he's as good as Jorginho, but he is our Jorginho in the sense that he's the guy, he's the quarterback. He's the guy that receives the ball from deep, receives that pressure, and then tries to release the ball and tries to start up play. I personally think you need someone a little bit quicker with the ball to be able to do that. Like I thought Santi was excellent at that. And he was excellent at that because even though Santi wasn't the fastest player, he was so quick with his feet. And he was able to set up attacks very quickly because of it. And that's why he frustrates. And you can see why they're looking at this Denmark midfielder. Apparently he's going to be Granit Xhaka's replacement or something like that in the summer. That's the kind of kid that receives the ball quite quickly and then releases it. I think you guys will, if we were to get him, you guys will love him. Very, very good player. Can't remember his name. Dominic Salablowski, something like that. Like 18 years old, very, very, very good player. But until he comes along, I think Guendouzi would do a good enough job. Lucas Torreira. I've been seeing him barking a lot over the international break about how, you know, he's not playing in his right position. And today he came out, halfway left the door open. That's another story I'll talk about more tomorrow, about how you kind of halfway left the door open, saying that, you know, at the moment he's focused on Arsenal, but then we'll see if an offer comes in. So that to me says, listen, I don't want to anger the fans, so let me say something real quick, but I want to leave. You guys know my feelings on Torreira. I think he's a good player. I think some of you guys overrate him, but I do think he's a good player. And I would just like to see the kid play in his actual position. He plays very well for Uruguay, to be fair, as a defensive midfielder. And I'd just like to see him go back to basics. See, if Emre is going to stay to the summer, these are little wins he can get. Playing Lucas Torreira as, I don't know, a DM. Because you know that Guendouzi is going to be hanging around here, maybe might gallop here. What I don't want to then see is Lucas Torreira up here. Doing what? I don't necessarily mind him arriving late in the box if he's going to do something, but he doesn't even have a shot like that. Just stay here. Stay here if you want an attack. Anyway, let me not get annoyed. Lucas Torreira as a DM. I must admit, I hate playing Martinelli like this. I hate because I don't think he's a winger, but I do want to start to see the kid get some games, some actual games, because his talent deserves it. And I want to see some pressure being put on Lacazette, who I think has been terrible. And I love Lacazette, but he's been terrible. So let the kid shock Lacazette by starting the kid. Give the kid a kick up. Give Lacazette a kick up the arse by starting the kid. And I think Martinelli will do well and could score a couple of goals against these lot. Peps, these are the sort of teams, and next week against Norwich, where I want to see Pepe really start to come out of his shell and start to show. But I also think it is the responsibility of the manager to just let Pepe do his thing. Don't change his game. This man's suffering with confidence problems enough as it is. Just leave him be. Let him get on with it. As much as I can't stand Mesut Ozil at times, I'd like to see him start in this game. He could be crucial for someone like this. He could be. But it all depends on how Mesut is feeling like playing. If this is Mesut Ozil in Fortnite mode, you might as well leave his punk ass on the bench. But if he actually feels like playing today, then let him play and let him do his thing and influence play. And then Lacazette's the captain. Aubameyang's the captain. I will talk more about that tomorrow, but let's just say all this flirting, I'm a bit concerned in some ways, but in other ways, I'm kind of like, let him go. But I will talk more about that tomorrow. So, all right, guys, that's me and my rabbit and over with. That's my team. What do you guys think? Let me know. No doubt you guys will be bitching about this. Maybe this. Maybe even this. Who knows? So let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. Let's do 10 more minutes. 10 minutes of quick questions. Nothing about Aubameyang. Aubameyang, I'll touch on that tomorrow. But anything about the game, anything about Granit Xhaka, let's talk about. I know I did see parts of Emery's press conference today. Supposedly, Granit Xhaka is ready to come back. Good luck with that. Just good luck with that. So yeah, supposedly he's ready to come back. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, what do you guys think? Please let me know. Please hit that like button. You guys have been amazing with that recently. Let me thank you first and foremost, because one thing I think we forget to do sometimes when we do ask for those likes is thank you for the likes you previously gave. So let me thank you for that. Genuinely, legitimately. In fact, let me come on back on cam properly so I can say that. Thank you for the likes that you have given so far. Anything you could do for today would be amazing. Just drive those likes up, please. That would be fantastic. Right, let's see what you guys are saying. If I've missed any donations, please let me know. The new thing on this YouTube at the moment seems to be people who act like they've given donations and haven't, but for some reason want to act like they have, which is so weird, but okay. My guy Ryan, thank you, my G. Thank you. Chig, the Poch links are hitting up even more, you know. I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh, by the way, whoever, I'm pretty sure I had my soundproof headphones in today, but I'm fairly certain somebody screamed Chig in Bank today. If I missed you, apologies. You know who you're talking. You know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this, apologies. I think Poch is going to United. That's just my view. That's my view. I'm telling you, Emre's staying till the summer. You guys might want to just keep that in mind. G the PT, evening Chig, do you think Emre watches our players on international duty? Pepe and Torreira had a blinder for their countries, playing in their natural position. Well, to be fair, Pepe plays on the right for Arsenal and country. But clearly the management instructions that Pepe gets from Emre is completely different from what he gets from Ivory Coast. And Torreira, well, we can all see what the issue is there. Still makes no sense, the Torreira thing. It is what it is. We have a useless manager. There's not a lot else I can say. Ryan wants to play all four. Okay. Mr. Hales, I hope you're good. I can never pronounce it, but that's the Denmark guy I was talking about, guys. That's the guy I was talking about. All we need is to play a classic 4-4-2 An English 4-4-2, playing well again with the captain who will tell the rest of the team to completely forget everything Emre said before the game. Yeah, well, I mean, I think they do that most of the time. Have you ever watched those training clips? They always look like they ignore Emre. And that's another reason I want Freddie, because when Freddie's giving them instructions, they look like they're listening. When Emre's giving instructions, it's like, bruh, it's almost like, listen, I can't understand you anyway, so I'm just going to do what I'm doing. Oh, man. All right, 7 more minutes. I'm out of here because I know Lee will be itching to come on soon. Big up to Lee. Happy anniversary to him too for his channel. VP, the missing guy. Boy, I didn't even know you were still about, my bro. The footballing hero, Mr. Sam Foglia. Hope you're well. Sack Emre if he draws or loses. Bro, even if he wins. Because let's be honest, the team should be able to beat Southampton and beat Norwich. Incidentally, by the way, my prediction for the Southampton game, I think we'll win. I think it'll be 2-0. I don't think it'll be an entertaining game, but I think we'll get the result. I think the pressure will ease on Emre ever so slightly. And yeah. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Nimsy, but he's our only right back. And I'd like to see a right back play as a right back. But yes, I don't disagree with you. All right, 6 more minutes. I'm out. No O2 today. I got some stuff to do. So 6 more minutes. I'm calling it sick at work if we drop points to Southampton. The banter is just too much. Bro, I know, man. I'm surrounded by Chelsea, Spurs, and United fans. Bear in mind, United and Spurs are lower than us, but somehow they can still banter us, which kind of makes sense and doesn't make sense at the same time. Torreira's world-class, Chig. I respectfully disagree. I think he's a good player. I do think he's a good player, but I don't think he necessarily possesses the footballing intelligence that you would differentiate a good player to a world-class player to. I'd like to see someone with a little bit more. To be honest, I don't really care if the person has size. Just be disciplined in the role. And if you asked me, fresh slate, Matt, and you said to me, I'll give you the choice of Ndidi or Torreira, I'll take Ndidi. And I don't think Ndidi is world-class. Bear in mind, I'm Nigerian. So I should be the one saying that Ndidi is world-class. And I don't think he's world-class. I think he's a very good player. So I just don't. But Ndidi, what I like about Ndidi is he's working hard to improve himself. Not necessarily for that reason, but for me, if he wanted to go and we got 70 million for him, I'd take it. I'd still take it. I know people think I'm crazy for it, but I'm a long-term strategist guy. I've never been someone who looks at it as the short term. Yes, for the first 12 months, that decision will seem like a horrible decision. But then looking past that, I think Aubameyang will slow down. And I think if you can get 70 M's for him, why wouldn't you? I must admit, I'm going to be honest with you, I think he'll stay. I think he'll sign a new contract. Because I don't see the sense of Barcelona coming in for him, which that's the new story today. Again, I will talk about that tomorrow. And then Real Madrid is the one that he's been after for ages. That's the move he's been after for time. Quite honestly, I don't see them coming for him either, but I suppose they're more inclined to come in for him because they don't mind their 30-year-old strikers. You know, Benzema's still there. They've been trotting him out for how long now? I know Suarez is over 30 as well, but even Suarez came out, I think it was last week, and said that he fully expects Barcelona to start looking for his long-term replacement. And then that coincided with the fact that they were vexed that Arsenal were managed to cop Martinelli ahead of them. So yeah, because Martinelli would obviously be a key choice to replace Luis Suarez. So yeah, I respectfully disagree. It is what it is. I think he's a good player. Give me some score predictions before we bounce up out of it. 2 more minutes. Give me some score predictions. Santi Torreira is better than Ndidi under Claude Puel. Now change your manager. He's better than Torreira. Hell no. Better manager than Torreira. Torreira is better than Ndidi. Not for me. I thought that Ndidi was better even under Claude Puel. Ndidi's been discreetly doing this thing. Keep in mind, he's younger than Torreira. He's 22. No African jokes that say that he's probably older than 22, huh? Because I already see that one coming. Torreira has the. I think they both have the potential. No one's doubting that. I never said that they didn't. But if you're asking me if they're world class now, no, I don't think they are. But also keep in mind, Torreira's 24. He's got time. He's got time. Whether it's for us or whether it's for AC Milan, I'm sure he'll eventually get there. I just don't think he's there now. I ain't got no bad man haircut. This is out. This is outgrown its hair. The haircut face. I'm trying to wait to get a haircut though, because it's my boy's birthday in a few weeks. So I'm trying to hold fire on that. I'm trying to get that lineup then. Kind of looking like Anthony Joshua in his latest interview. I don't know if you've seen that latest Sky Sports interview. My man looks like he's gone through the mill, bruv. The lineup has gone and everything. 3-1, 7-2, 3-1, 3-0 Saints. Oh, great. Be excited. 2-1 to Arsenal. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 2-1 or 1-1. 1-1 is so predictable these days. Torreira's 22. Oh, is Torreira 22 still? Are you sure? Let me check that. I feel like he's 23. Hold on. Because I like people trying to correct me and it turns out they're wrong. I feel like you're wrong. All right, so I'll give you this. He's 23, but he's also 24 in 2 months. And just because I know you'll try it, so let me look at Ndidi's age. Ndidi's 22, but to be fair, he's 23 next month. So give or take, Torreira is about a year older. Do I think Ruiz will win again? I'm going my heart on this one. I feel like Joshua will get it done, but it ain't going to be a comfortable fight for him. I always make a cup of tea and biscuits when you live stream. My guy. My guy. Nameless. Chig, you were 21 in 2006. Yes. Trying to get me to do maths. But yes, I was. Indeed, he's only 22. Yeah, he's 22. He's a youngster. Africans, we look about 40 for the rest of our lives. That's basically us. It's a hard life. But then the good thing about that is that when we get to 60, we still look 40. Yeah, man, I'm 30. I'm 35 in 2 months. I say 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Little under 2 months. Oh, fuck you. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. Ruiz will win just as comfortable again. I don't think he'll be comfortable if he wins, but he could do. He could do. My only worry about this Ruiz fight is, has Joshua changed enough? That's my concern. Oh, by the way, something I'm doing, I might as well let you guys know. I'm going to be opening up a third channel. The reason being is I've been thinking about the growth of this channel recently. And what I want to do is I want to keep everything very separate, but I also don't want to stop the projects I'm doing. So me and Ola, I haven't even told Ola this yet, so it'd be a surprise to him. So I'm going to open up a separate channel for just me and Ola, specifically for the boxing and the MMA. This stays the same. And then obviously I've got my Chit Flicks. Go subscribe to that. That's my movie channel. For those people who are about to say to me, but Chig, you haven't done a review of a movie in ages. I'm going to see 2 movies this weekend. 21 Bridges. Crap, there was another one I wanted to see. But I'm going to see them both this weekend. And I'll do a review on them both. All right? So bear with me. Bear with me. Chig Flicks. That's Chig, Flix. Hopefully Spurs will flop. Joshua is looking lean. I just like how rugged he's looking. Go watch the Sky Sports interview. My man's haircut is gone, bruv. It's just straight overgrown. All right. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for giving me some love tonight. Please do stick a like on this video. Like I said before, it legitimately helps. Thank you for all the likes you've given to date. Please hit that subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow, back with Late Night Chig to talk about the Aubameyang thing and, you know, give my whole thoughts on that and, you know, Granit Xhaka and anything else that develops between now and then. So stick around with that. I'm glad that you guys are liking the late night streams. Seems to be very popular with you guys. So thank you so much for your support. Please do follow me on Twitter at Colossal Chig. You can follow me on Instagram, which is why I have this Guna Eagle Eye. That is what that's about. That's my Instagram handle. So go follow me on that. I think I'm close to 300 followers on there now, which is mad, considering I was very reluctant to get that a couple of months ago. So yeah, do follow me on that. Links are in the description below. And that's pretty much that. So I'm out of here, people. Take care. Enjoy your Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.